Hello, my fellow Jellos. Welcome back. My Little Pony. Guys, it's getting me through college. If nobody got me, Pinkie Pie got me. I've been seeing a renaissance revival of MLP Gen 5 with the Infection AUs, the Ugly Groom Beautiful Bride, and Horses with Human Hands. MLP is so iconic. I know so many people grew up watching it just like me. So now we're gonna have fun and redesign some characters. I asked you guys over on Insta to send me suggestions for who you want to see me tackle. And boy howdy, I have my work cut out for me. Disclaimer, this isn't a fix-it video. We are literally just playing in the sandbox. But before we get started, brief intermission to show you the tablet Gaomon sent me, who just so happens to be the partner to this video. Now, this is the PD1320. It comes with a tablet with no buttons on the side, nibs, a pen, an adapter with cords, a driver manual and how to set up the pen holder, and a leather case bracket to keep it from slipping. So I personally really like the leather bracket case because I am accident prone. So it's really nice because it kind of just holds your stuff into place whenever you're drawing. Now, what I really like about the tablet is that it's portable, it's not very big, and it's very sleek. So you could really just go up in a little coffee shop and do your little dancey dance and doodle on the canvas. Yippee! What's also cool is the pen doesn't need a battery and it doesn't require you to charge it. Now, one of the things that kind of bugs me is that the tablet doesn't have those short key command buttons on the screen, but you know, there's always a workaround with that. You could always just use your keyboard on your laptop. Overall, it's a pretty good screen tablet. The colors are nice, everything comes through pure, and thank you to the people at Gaomon for sending me this tablet. Now on to the ponies. Alrighty, now we're doing Twilight Sparkle. Okay, so Twilight, I love her. I've loved her since I was a little kid. I think that she's misunderstood. I didn't really understand why people hated her so much whenever she first came out. There used to be so much Twilight hate. Don't understand it. Pookie does no wrong. Alright, with Twilight Sparkle and her personality, she's studious, she's headstrong, she got a lot of anxiety. Pookie needs to get a Xanax. Twilight Sparkle is librarian coded. I don't care. Girly Pop loved her book, she loved being by herself, she likes her alone time, and I already know she knows how to work a database. She has the database figured out point and blank. I can't tell you the first thing about using one, but she definitely can. Also, we all know she reads into the night. She reads by candlelight. You can't stop her, can't keep her away from her little books. So her little glasses are gonna have charms on the end. They're gonna have a sun and a little crescent moon to be a little reference to Princess Celestia and Princess Luna. Her design is gonna be more ornate because episode 1 Ponyville, she doesn't want to be there, she's off-put, she doesn't see the point in being there. I also want to add the element of she doesn't feel welcomed because she looks different. So I want her to have the most complex design out of the main 6, with her fur being more complicated. She has more colors to her. She's got fur brows. And I feel like that could add a nice element of isolation and feeling othered because she's coming from a completely different demographic, 1. 2, she doesn't want to be there. She wants to go back to Little Canterlot. And Canterlot, you know, as though they're going to automatically look different because of their pedigree. In short, Twilight's going to have the best fur. So, in short, classism. All right, guys, stay with me. So, also, horn. Twilight gets a big horn. She's gonna get a big horn because it's my little headcanon that for unicorns, your power level determines your horn length. If you are a strong, roided out pony with powerful magic in store, you get a big horn. You get a big horn, you get a big horn, you get a big horn. So, sorry Trixie. Baby girl Trixie gonna have to have a little short stubby horn. She's not in this video, but you know. Starlight Glimmer's gonna get a pretty decent sized horn because baby girl enslaved an entire village. Not easy to do. Has to be some type of enchantment situation going on, so she gets a little bit of big horn energy. Twilight, ultimate horn energy because she's gonna be the next alicorn princess. She has to be working on her magic. I'll be real with you guys. I understand Twilight Sparkle's cutie mark. I get the lore, I understand it, I know where the writers were coming from. I don't like the design. I don't like it. I don't like the design. And you know, if you do, awesome. I don't. So, my design, I'll be real with you, it's not any better. But you know what? I like it more than the super sharp, spiky star that they put on her booty. That's my only problem with it, really. It's that it's so sharp and spiky. And she's such a soft character. I don't feel like she should have hard edges on her cutie mark. That's just me, though. So for her cutie mark, I did kind of like a blooming star. Like, she's slowly over the seasons manifesting her power. She's growing, she's getting better, she's learning how to handle her magic. So when she gets her cutie mark, it's one of the first signifiers of she's like gifted. She's like special. She has special needs. And so I wanted her cutie mark to be a reflection of the power that's building within her and will manifest into her alicorn princess characteristics. And there you have it. This is Twilight Sparkle. Looking sleek and clean. Big horn energy, babes. We gotta show off. And if you liked Twilight Sparkle's redesign, throw me a little purple heart. Throw me a little purple heart, because I love Twilight Sparkle. That's my girl. That is me. She is me. Alright, so with Rainbow Dash, my bestie did in fact hold me at gunpoint if I didn't include her in this redesign. Sorry. I liked Rainbow Dash when I was like a little kid, when she was like the posh, elegant party planner back a generation before. And now to see her be like this boisterous, we gotta do this, like she's like in your face, she knows what she's about, she's got like the dream to be a part of the Wonderbolts. I think it's awesome. I love the re-characterization of her personality. I feel like she bounces off her friends really nicely. I wanted her to have a darker mane. She can still have her light blue attributes from her previous mane color, but I've always pictured her with a darker mane because of her speed. So because Rainbow Dash is so fast, she's like one of the fastest ponies ever, I associated her speed with the clap of thunder. So I feel as though her being a stormier, darker hue makes sense, and it makes me happy. So I didn't want to get rid of the light blue, so I made it like accent details on her muzzle and on her hooves and around her wing area, so they have like these sharp little spiky bits, so it looks like even her fur is constantly just like whoo, in motion. One of the things I struggled with is figuring out Rainbow Dash's dye job. So she's iconic because she has like the rainbow mane, her tail is rainbow, she has the sonic rain boom, her whole thing is rainbows. So I gave her a patchy dye job. Is it better? I don't know. Probably not. But you know, I think it's unique. It still follows like the Roy G. Biv situation in order of operations. The red kind of ties each thing together because like it's like a little bitty, it kind of brings you to a circle. Like if you're looking at the composition between where all the red is, it brings you in a circle back to like her eyes, to her hair, down to her tail, back to her cutie mark. Speaking of her cutie mark, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, like the original design. So I made the storm cloud have spiky rainbow tendrils kind of shooting out from it and going down her leg. I think it also adds to like the sharpness and the speediness of her character, because she is kind of rough around the edges with how abrasive she is and how in your face she is. Also, it wouldn't be my Rainbow Dash if she didn't have her cute little goggles. So the goggles, inspired by the Wonderbolts, of course. She's a little Wonderbolt fangirl. She loved them. I also think it's fun to just have that cute little accessory to show that she does, not only do her wings act as I fly around all the time, but the goggles are like, this is my job. I take this seriously. So I feel like eye protection is cute because she flies so fast, she's gonna catch some bugs in her eyes. All right, and that is Rainbow Dash. Just in time for Pride Month, guys. Just in time for the queer icon herself to make it in the video. We love to see it. If you're down with Rainbow Dash, I need you to throw a little rainbow emoji. I would say the most iconic one out of all of them might just have to be Fluttershy. Iconic as in, I still see her floating around Hot Topic. Her and Rainbow Dash, I'd say, have the strongest chokehold on the fandom. With that being said, her design was the easiest she basically comes naturally to me. It might be because I also have like a pink-haired OC who's also demure and cutesy and everything like that. For her, I already like her color palette. I didn't feel the need to change it. We're just gonna make it not as saturated and neon-ish because I feel like she's supposed to be one with nature. Nature isn't really saturated. This is gonna be after the vampire bat episode where she gets turned into like a little vampire bat. The friends have to save her, fix her, make her biology turn back to normal. However, at the end of the episode, you see a cheeky little vampire tooth stick out of Fluttershy's little mouth, and you're like, oh, she still has remnants of the bat DNA within her. And so I was like, say less, girly pop. I love me a vampiric girly. So I gave her pointed ears. Her ears are gonna be the only ones that are pointed out of the main 6. Also, I'm keeping the little vampire fang detail. You can pry that from my cold dead hands. So she is keeping her snaggletooth fang. I love it. Also, I've always loved Fluttershy's silhouette. I feel like it was always strong. You can tell that it's Fluttershy because her hair is so big. So her bang is still the same, but I think it would be really cute if she had this simple side braid that has little flowers woven into it. So it kind of like she's in the woods with the animals, she's talking to them, and she's like braiding her mane, and the animals are like putting cute little flowers in and weaving them within them to hold the shape. I think that's precious. Also, I want her tail to be a little bit longer, kind of to like accentuate that she isn't really paying much attention to herself. She's more so pouring herself into the other animals. So her hair is kind of disarray. There's little twigs coming out of it. There's flowers. There's everything. And to help kind of situate her hair, I'm giving her the cute little cottagecore headband. I like to think of it as a gift from Rainbow Dash because, you know, they're girly pops, they're besties. I ship them together. I like when they wear each other's respective colors. And it also goes with like her eyes, you know. I've been seeing a couple things on Pinterest where they change the hoof colors. I think Fluttershy would have cute little pink little hoofs. I think that's cute. Matches her cutie mark, matches her hair. Also, the muzzle patterns that I found, I was going through like different real life horse coat patterns, and I saw this one type. It's called a blanket, and like the blanket fur pattern, kind of like a little shawl over like the back towards the tail area of a horse. So I kind of implemented that for everyone's cutie marks, because everyone's cutie marks relatively going to stay the same, except Fluttershy's is like the first one I took the blanket idea and kind of like scooted along with it. Alright, and that's little Miss Fluttershy looking all cute and stuff with her little headband, super cute. Now if you're rocking with the Fluttershy redesign, I need you to throw in the butterfly emoji in the comments. Everyone's favorite, cheese sandwich. Alright, so when I saw him in my inbox, he threw me so far for a loop. I was like, oh my god, the Weird Al Yankovic pony? And I completely forgot about him, even though him and Pinky are like married and stuff and have a little sandwich or a little cheese. I forgot what his name is, but they have like a kid together. I completely forgot about him. So when I re-looked at his pony design, I was like, they can push this a little bit more. So with Cheese Sandwich, him being the fun party planner pony, his real talent, don't know what it is, because he's got a little cheese on him. So I like to imagine the cheese is kind of symbolic for him wanting to just make people smile. Like when I was in high school, it was a trend to say, oh, you're cheesing, he's making you cheese, oh, he's cheesing, to be like, oh, they're smiling really, really big. So if his talent is cheese, then his talent could be to bring smiles to everybody. And I feel like that works with Pinkie Pie because she's like super party pony, and she loves happiness and being friends with everybody and everything like that. So if his talent is to make people smile, then that bounces off Pinkie Pie's super party animal persona. So with Cheese Sandwich, when I think of him, I think of the cheese sticks that I have in my fridge, the little Colby Jack cheese sticks little Monterey Jack moment. So I wanted his mane to be patchy. It has like the white cheese and like the darker cheddar cheese, and I wanted to make him more fun because his overall design is pretty simple and it doesn't scream, look at me, give me attention, I'm here to make you happy, I'm here to make you smile, come look at me. He's also a party planner, so I feel as though he has to look more fun and attention grabbing so he can get more clientele. So I wanted to push his physical design to be a little bit more obnoxious. His shirt stayed the same because there's so many different elements going on in his design. It would be information overload if there wasn't something plain to look at. Also, his mustache makes him look like Flim and Flam. But you know what? I like to think it's a fake mustache. He puts that on to be silly, haha, hee hee. Also, Cheese Sandwich, when I first saw him from the show, I didn't like him. I hated that he was just boy Pinkie Pie. Even down to the silhouette of how their curls and their manes are shaped, it's very reminiscent of Pinkie Pie. I gave him this mullet situation, so he still has his little curls. I do love when they give the ponies curls. And he's got a man bun in the back. Alright, and that is Cheese Sandwich. Silly, goofy, cheesy man. Alright, now Cheese Sandwich, if you like Cheese Sandwich, I'm gonna need you to throw a little Swiss cheese emoji in there, please and thank you. Starlight Glimmer. Now, with Starlight Glimmer, I stand by her. I can never remember her name. But I love a self-made driven pony. One of my main problems with her is her hair color. It reminds me of toothpaste. Genuinely. I couldn't really change it that much because if you make it pink, she's Twilight. If you make it purple, she's Rarity. And blue is the same color as the other toothpaste that her hair looks like. And, you can't do much else with her. So, it's unfortunately the same color. But you know what? Other adaptations were made. Speaking of Twilight, I don't know if this is, on the snoot, but I do think that she's Twilight's foil, kind of like Joker is to Batman or Scourge to Sonic. Should Starlight Glimmer have been turned to stone for enslavement? Sure, but she's literally Twilight, but no friends. I gave her a bob. I like to think that after the main six took her down and rehabilitated her essentially, she cut her hair. With that, it's like a symbolic new beginnings. I'm gonna do better. I'm working to not enslave people anymore. Teehee, my bad. But I didn't want to sacrifice the height of her original haircut because I do think that is one of her key pieces of her silhouette, to have that old 70s height to the hair. So towards the end, you'll see me fix that because I did not do her justice. Also, the horn situation, don't talk about it. I'm gonna fix it. It's just, I did this all at 2 in the morning. Please be nice to me. I always thought it was cool to have the long skinny tails with a poof of fluff of fur on the end. Ever since I saw the last unicorn, just fell in love with it. I like to think that because she's Twilight's foil and she is powerful, she has a lot of magic, I wanted to implement that more in her design. So she has these cool crests wrapped around her horns, she's got speckled blue around her eyes, she's got her cutie mark that's huge on her back, it's kind of stretching upwards. It's like a reoccurring little motif to show that, the magic, it's powerful and it's showing itself through her design. Alright, and that is Starlight Glimmer. Problematic fave? Who knows? We just know that the bun is bunning. The bob, that is a bob. Alright, now if you like Starlight Glimmer's little redesign, throw in double stars, because we love double stars. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like my work, please subscribe and follow my socials, or you can even directly support me through my Patreon. For $2 a month, it's basically a little tip if you want to show me some love. $5 a month, you get to see all my sketches, works in progress, and also some adult content, 18 up. For $10, you get all previous rewards, and you get an icon plus your name read out at the end of my videos, just like this. Thank you to Ron, Keith, Spuds, Nex, Bleep Nuggy, Sammy Samer, Jake Morning, Caitlin Ween, Sleepy Bubba, and All Moo. Thank you so much for your support and for watching my video. Bye-bye!